Hey guys, as I say, I'm trying to keep going with my videos at the moment, so I thought I'd bring you one of my favourite pieces from my Night Goblin army. So you saw me unbagging it quite a few months ago now, and it's done. Let me introduce you to Spitty, the Gobba Squig. So this is the finished piece. You have to excuse me, I've got an upside down view of my camera, so I have to kind of go with roughly what I can see. So yeah, this is the piece finished. I absolutely love this model, guys, I've got to be honest. It's full of character. It was a pretty easy build. The only gripe I do have is about the chains, because they were slightly snapped. But you know what, they've come together and it looks really cool. I mean, you've got some beautiful detailing on it. Let's see if I can get in close to one of my favourite pieces, this little guy in the corner. There you go, look how upset that little guy looks. And then you've got one squig that's being held by the nose, just, where is he? Just here, which is really cool. And then of course you've got the fella sat on top. I mean, it's such a cool piece. I really enjoyed building it because he actually looks like he's singing when you haven't got the spit in his mouth. The spit was one of the hardest bits to do because it was all separate and different pieces. But again, it's, I mean, even the facial expressions of these squigs, it's just brilliant. So I painted them up like all the other squigs in Miami. I quite like this whole kind of red. I'm a big fan of painting red, so it was base coat with corn and then work up through the reds. I think final dry brush highlight being Wild Rider. To be honest, guys, you don't even need to edge highlight these. You can just dry brush them all because there's so much detail. You can just kind of go to town on them. It was really fun. And then these guys, the spit and it is generally this kind of grey with a black wash and then a black ink over the top. I've still got a pot of that. And then some gloss varnish just to finish the slime off, which is quite cool. And what I've imagined, because someone, I think it was one of the guys, one of you guys, so thank you for this, said that he actually had a brush rather to cover the squigs in this horrible material. So what I've done is I've done it with this black kind of goo. And the idea is that this guy is called Spitty. So what he does is he gets the squigs get loaded in and they're covered in this horrible material. He tries to eat them, doesn't like them, and spits them out. And I use them as a rock clobber in the game, which is just, you know, it's a really fun. And he often dies. He often misfires. So what I imagine is that instead of eating the squigs, he accidentally swallows one and he gets stuck. So he kind of rolls over, feet up in the air, and then the goblins just end up jumping up and down on his stomach to try and revive him, and they just turn it into a big game, really. So it's really cool. I really love this model, guys. It's full of character, and every opponent that I've come to play against has now known him as Spitty, and they get quite upset when Spitty dies, which is always nice to have. So again, a model loaded with character, guys. An absolutely wonderful model to paint. I absolutely loved it. If you get a chance, make sure you have a go doing one yourself. Because it was just a joy to do. I've got more goblins on the way, guys, and I'll bring you more videos soon. So cheers for watching. That's goodbye from me and from Spitty, and I will see you guys another time. Take it easy.